today. I finished reading Bloodline, the new Star Wars novel from the new official canon. This is an awesome book. This gives an awful lot of the political history to what is happening in The Force Awakens that we just don't get in that film. And I remember thinking at the time it was something that was quite frustrating because there are 30 odd years between the Battle of Endor and the new film, and we just don't get a lot of information. There's enough to make the film kind of work, but there's not a lot for someone like me who's just a massive nerd with Star Wars. This, however, this gives an awful lot more of that. We learn more about the New Republic that has been set up. We learn a little bit about where the First Order is coming from. Not enough to spoil the upcoming films, what I'm assuming is going to be in the upcoming films, but certainly more than enough to make an awful lot more sense of what's happening in The Force Awakens. This is very much a Leia novel, as you can see here, and it makes something of her ancestry, as you can see here, and it feels quite sort of natural. The Star Wars universe is still quite new. It feels quite new to me, even though I've been reading these novels for decades now. But we're getting a sort of a new history, and it's kind of exciting me once again. Immediately after watching The Force Awakens, I was really excited for what they can now do with the Star Wars universe, and then I started to feel quite sad because they've got rid of so much great stuff. But it's books like this that make me feel once again that this is going to be, this could be really great. This could really sort of put the Star Wars universe as it just blows it out the water. It was really good to see more of Hosnian Prime, the capital planet of the New Republic, and more of the sort of political workings of the New Republic. I love the politics of Star Wars, and a lot of people I know don't. A lot of people come to Star Wars just for the sort of swashbuckling space opera stuff. Some of my favourite novels are the political ones. Cloak of Deception, one of the all-time favourites. Labyrinth of Evil is another fantastic one. And those are chosen specifically because they are novels that make sense of the politics of the films that they precede. And this Bloodline is kind of in the same ilk because it's one of these books that I think people are going to have to read to make a lot more sense of The Force Awakens. Which is kind of sad that the film can't do it by itself, but a film is only two and a bit hours. There's so much more that you can explain in the book after all. Another Legends book this reminds me of is The New Rebellion, which also features a Senate bombing, and also features an investigation into the criminal fringe of Galactic Society. There's also a sort of paramilitary organization trying to re-establish the Empire, but they're not. They don't feel like they're copying. This does not feel like a copy of the New Rebellion. This feels like it definitely stands on its own. The New Rebellion is also one of my favorite Star Wars novels from the old line, so there's that going for it as well. The book does a great job of setting up the situation for The Force Awakens without giving a lot away. It gives more background to where the First Order comes from. It gives background on why there is a New Republic and a Resistance that seem to be both on the good side. It kind of implies that there may still be an Imperial remnant somewhere, which is another sense that I got from the film. I think we need an awful lot more of these sorts of novels that give us what the hell happened between Battle of Endor and The Force Awakens, because currently we've got this, and we've got Aftermath, which was such a letdown for me. It was a good book, but it just didn't give that much information. So yeah, we need more of these. We need more of these. Hopefully the second Aftermath, the Life Debt that's coming out next month in June 2016. Hopefully that'll give a bit more now that the film is out, it's not going to be spoiling as much. I suppose we'll have to wait and see. But this book is just amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. It's got everything you want. It's got the politics, it's got the intrigue, and it's got action adventure, and it's got Leia going back to her rebellion roots. You know, what more do you need? Just buy it. It's fantastic.